There are a couple of other techniques and things in Illustrator that I would like to show you before we move on to our first little mini project. And so let's start off by just drawing some lines using the curvature tool. And so I'll just go maybe like this. And press escape to get out of there. And maybe I'll draw something with the straight lines. Like so. Alright, so now I've used my lines to come up with this shape. In fact, let's just do a shape as well. I'll just get a rectangle and we'll put it like this. Okay, so what I would like to do, okay, for one thing, what I can do, I kind of showed you this before, but I have right now, I have these objects, right? So this is my, this thing, and I can move it around however I want, or I could select the curve and move that around and so on. But instead, what I want to do now is I want to break it apart. And so I'm going to select everything. And then I'm going to go to my shape builder. And I want to say, okay, I want to take this little piece and I want to break that apart. And so now I can take that piece and move that out. Okay, so that's broken apart. Everything else is still there, same as before, except that one little piece was removed. So that's kind of a neat trick, and if I want, I can do that to other pieces. What I can also do is color things. And so I'm gonna, again, highlight everything. And then I'm going to go to, in Shape Builder tool, instead of Shape Builder tool, I'll go Live Paint Bucket. So now I have this paint bucket, which I can then use to paint certain areas. And so if I, to say red, and I want to just do this little spot red, you can see that it can do every little spot like that. Change it to green, and I can do maybe this one and this one. And so it becomes really easy to like color things, right? All right, so the other thing that I would like to show you is, well, a couple of other things. So let's delete this. So now you know how to use lines and move things around, use lines to make shapes, move things around, and color them. Let's pretend that I had a few different shapes here, and maybe I have some like red ones. Oops. Yeah, that's fine. And then maybe, okay, maybe I would, I'm still in the wrong tool. Go back to this one. Maybe I'd like these to be together. So like right now, I can select one and I can move it individually. But what if I want all these to be together? I'm just going to select all of them, and then I'm going to go to my Object menu. And in Object, I can go to Group. And all of a sudden now I can move all at once and they're stuck together. That's great. So another thing that I can do is I can have different layers. So just like in Photoshop, if we go over to the right panel here, you'll see this little box here that looks like layers. And in fact, if you hover over, it does say layers, and you click on that. And here's my layers. And it'll look kind of familiar from Photoshop because everything is on a layer. But a little different in that everything that I drew, so all of my boxes here, those are all in the same layer. It's layer 1, but they have like sub entries under layer 1, right? And then what I can do is I can make a new layer icon here. So now I have a layer 2, and on layer 2 I can take my pen and maybe do some pen things. And so maybe I can go like that. No fill. All right, so I have my, face here, and do another little thing like that, and like that, right? And so I have my little face, and my face is on layer 2. You can see there's the 3 paths that I made. I can make it invisible and visible. I can also lock it, so this blank square just beside the eyeball is a lock, and so now layer 2 is locked. I can't change it, right? So I can't even select it. I can't do anything to it, and so that's very useful. Or I could lock layer 1, and now I can move these things, but I can't move the square behind because it's locked. If I want, I can group these together, right? Object group, and so now I can move them around, and we can do all the regular things. I can Control C, Control V. Now I have 2 of them. Put one there, put one there. Maybe I want to make that one smaller, and so on. Okay, so that's layers and grouping. So I think that's all we want to show in this video. Just a couple of things that's going to make our life easier in subsequent lessons. All right, so that's all for this one, and we'll see you in the next one.